Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Everybody who's not a Patreon member, welcome. Welcome to Super Breakfast Friends Club, the show where we have just recorded 15 minutes of conversation that I guess is just going to Patreon.
You have to pay for the pleasure of listening to us waffle about Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
Yeah, because we're here to talk about Bomberman. Play the theme song.
I was really expecting you to have something to say beyond that.
Yeah, I don't know. Please like and subscribe if you want. If you like Bomberman.
Not if you like us or what we do. Strictly Bomberman.
We're doing another Bomberman episode because the previous Bomberman episode keeps popping off. Hi, Bomberman fans.
Bomber fans?
Bomber fans.
Why would you tell them so readily that we're selling out? We need to hide that until we get the brand deal.
It's not selling out if we don't make any money.
It's more
pandering.
Selling out.
It's pandering.
Fine. You still shouldn't admit it quite so readily.
Well, I wanted to come back and look at Bomberman because it's been a good 6 months since the last time we looked at it, and I have learned a lot that we didn't know last time. That we should have known last time.
That Bomberman is an alien and he's come to befriend us all.
Play the theme song!
I thought we already played it.
No, now I'm playing it. I might have played it earlier. We'll see what I decide.
Are you gonna play it twice?
No.
What if the second time you just speed it up?
Well, now you're giving me ideas.
That's what I do.
I don't know. I felt like we should say some more things before we play the theme song. You know, we should have introduced ourselves. I'm Mike.
I'm not.
Play the theme song.
Speed it up even more.
It's Bomberman. I like this theme song, so I don't mind hearing it 3 times at increasing speeds.
I don't mind not having to hear it at all.
Do you not like the theme song so much?
No, I like it, but I don't watch this show.
No, I know you don't.
I already have to participate in it.
Yeah. And you haven't developed the ear calluses I have that allow me to listen to my own voice back, so.
No, if I hear the sound of my voice, I will vomit uncontrollably.
See, I like your voice a lot, but it's not my voice.
Yeah, there's not a lot of people in this world who I'm like, I don't like their voice, but if I have to hear my own voice back at me...
There's a lot of people whose voices I don't like.
Oh.
I won't name them. So, do you want to know what I learned?
Sure.
I mean, first of all, this episode aired on February 14th, 1998, Valentine's Day.
Ooh.
So that explains why the plot of this episode was so romantic.
Yeah, I love the part with the fighting battle robots.
Yeah. This episode is called Legend of the Bida Heroes Part 2. And it was written by Shoji Yonemura, who also wrote the previous one, and only wrote these first 2 episodes.
Because these first 2 episodes are like a sped up retelling of something, right?
Yes, and thank you so much to Snowdrop7867, who explained this to us in a YouTube comment. Because I didn't come across any of this information in my research for the last episode.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, apparently Bakugaiden 1 was just toys. Then Bakugaiden 2 had a manga which isn't adapted here. Then 3 had another manga, and these first 2 episodes are an abridged summary of that manga's plot, basically.
That's why it's like a speeding hellscape to watch.
Yeah, a lot happens. It sure does feel like an entire, like the plot of an entire video game was done in 2 episodes or something.
Because that's exactly what happened.
That basically is. And then the episode following this is the beginning of Bakugaiden 4, which was also a manga. But this show will take 48 episodes to adapt that story instead of the 2 that it used to adapt the previous manga.
Thank God, because these episodes happen so fast, I cannot remember them. I cannot stuff that much information in my head at once.
Yeah. So something I'm not clear about, I guess we'll find out when we watch the episode after this one and see what I guess is the actual beginning of this anime. But I think the story that we're getting here is about the ancestors of the characters.
Yeah, who are just reborn perfectly.
Yeah, of course.
Down the line.
Of course, that's how it works. Have you ever played a Zelda game?
Yeah.
They're always, everybody's children look just like them and have the same names.
And act just like them.
Yeah.
It's just cloning yourself over and over again.
Exactly. And the only thing that changes is the layout of the world.
Yeah. Instead of a kingdom, we're now in a city.
Yeah. Instead of being to the south, the forest is now to the north. So we open with an old man telling us this story. It's the same old man from last time. I think it's like straight up the same dialogue from last time.
I think it is too.
It was definitely familiar. So, sorry, this episode is called Legend Heroes Be Eternal, apparently. On Wikipedia, it's listed as being whatever the first one was called, Part 2, but I'm seeing something different now. So I'm assuming that's correct. But yeah, we open up with White Bomber, Yellow Bomber, and Red Bomber have gone to Jupiter. I don't know why Blue Bomber wasn't with them.
He's the guy in the chair.
Is that the deal? Yeah, because they do say later that he's given them some, like, device, don't they, to help them find.
Yeah, he's designed the way to locate the rest of the beta heroes throughout the galaxy.
Yeah, that's right. So that's why they're here on Jupiter, where they immediately find the first one.
Yeah, I couldn't quite follow the explanation because they throw it at you so quickly. I was like, whatever, they found the guy, let's move on.
He's in a special, they call it a lumber bomber fighter. It's another one of the beta armor things.
It's just a big Bomberman shooting a big marble.
Yeah. And then, green bomber, a guerrilla fighter from Jupiter, hops out. Jupiter's a forested planet in this world.
Right. That's not what my research has told me about the planet Jupiter, but...
Yeah, that's, I think it would be pretty big news if there were trees on Jupiter. Is Jupiter even... Isn't it like a gas giant or something? I'm going to look up Jupiter real quick.
Jupiter is just constantly covered in storms.
It is a gas giant. I'm unclear. If something's a gas giant, does that mean it's literally a ball of gas? Probably not.
I don't think so, because then I don't think that qualifies it as a planet.
Yeah, maybe not. I've never really known what gas giant means.
Which is wild, considering you are a gas giant.
I'm average height, thank you very much. Slightly above average. Definitely not a giant. Though I don't know if I can beat the gas allegations, but
you have the production of a giant. How about that?
Do you want to know who plays Green Bomber?
No.
Well, tough, because you're going to hear it, and you've heard it before. It's Kappei Yamaguchi. I knew that name was familiar, and it turns out that he also played Light in Twinbee Paradise. He played Hifumi in Danganronpa.
Oh.
And he played Todd in Pokemon, so...
Oh.
We've heard him a few times. I like Green Bomber's design, but I don't know how much he's going to stick around, because he's not in the opening.
He's got gorillas to fight on Jupiter. He doesn't have time to spend in the Beta Kingdom, Beta City, whatever.
Yeah, I guess so. We did, on Jupiter, we did see a glimpse of the bird that White Bomber is hanging out with in the opening. So I thought this was going to be the episode where their, like, animal sidekicks are introduced. But, I guess that's next episode.
Yeah, we're still in the past right now.
Yeah. But those birds live on Jupiter, and they got marbles in their bellies.
Cool.
When they shake hands with Green Bomber, all their belly marbles, their Care Bear belly marbles, light up, which tells them that he has one of the emblems too.
Whoa.
Because in case you forgot from last time, it turned out our main characters all have emblems.
Isn't that convenient?
That gives them special powers, and they have to find 7 emblems to beat the villain or whatever.
But like they had a marble sensing radar, and they're all like shocked that it's this guy.
I know. Like they came here. It's very convenient. They came here looking for who has the emblem, and then this guy. It sounds like they called this guy to help them search, and then it just turns out he's the guy.
There's some reason that they can't easily search the forest, so they summoned a guide to help find him, and then it is the guide.
Very convenient. Moves the plot along very quickly. Means they don't even have to search the forest. They just immediately leave.
Well, we've got 25 minutes to condense like 85 manga, so...
I think it's just one book, but it's like a 200-page book. So, I did find it. It's on Internet Archive. So, I skimmed through it. There's a lot of stuff in there that wasn't in the show. There's a lot of time spent fighting this giant crab robot in the manga.
I mean, to be fair, the battles that we've seen in these 2 episodes go by so quickly that there's like no impact to them. Like they literally save the universe. They save the planets, and it's like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. Well, it's time to go to Mercury to look for the next bomber. I do love this, it's the traditional, Asian, we have to find the 7 things and unite them. Which, is extremely common in Asian storytelling in general. But I love the fact that it's 7 people in this and not, like, magical objects like it tends to be.
I love the fact that they're so excited to find this member because they think he's going to be as tough as the Green Bomber, and he's a spoiled rich boy sitting by the pool.
He's my favorite one.
He's so good.
Yeah,
he's like, I don't want to save the universe.
He's great. His red bow tie, just like relaxing, sunglasses on.
Yeah.
Light Blue Bomber is played by Issei Miyazaki, who is known for playing Yamazaki in Card Captors and Gen in Barefoot Gen. And yeah, he doesn't want to go. It sounds like a nuisance to him. Sounds like a waste of time. He's got a like, what is he drinking? Do you see this drink he's got?
Yeah, I see the drink. I was thinking that it would be like ignoring the straws. I was like, does he have some kind of shrimp cocktail?
I thought it was a sundae until I saw the straws.
Unclear what it is.
It appears to contain unpeeled bananas, some kind of...
Is that what you think those are? They look like crab legs.
Maybe. I think I'm seeing like a flan on top. I don't know what it is.
Man, if I could have a flan and just stick a straw in it and drink it, that'd be the best day of my life.
There's a wafer in there. I don't know what it is. I don't know what he's drinking. Oh, I see the thing. I see the crab's legs. No, that's a different thing than what I was seeing as unpeeled bananas.
Oh, okay, I see it.
You see him?
Yeah. I don't know. But I want to drink flan now.
Yeah, the shot I was looking at, I couldn't see the crab's legs, but then the shot changed and I was like, yeah, those are crab's legs.
It's a Mercurian delicacy.
Yeah, better be. Yeah, in the end, he decides to go with them just because he's gained weight lately, and
this is a good excuse to exercise.
And he shows them his robot, the Aqua Bomber. I honestly, like, the robots don't really register with me. I'm not here for the robots, is what I'm saying.
No, I get that. I love that they think that he's like being a spoiled rich boy showing off his cool toy, which he is, but then he's not the one who's gonna pilot it. He pays the yellow bomber to do that.
Wait, does he?
Yeah.
That went over my head entirely.
That was the whole scene.
Which scene?
With the robot.
No, he was paying him for a comfy seat.
I thought, isn't he paying him to pilot it for him?
I don't think so. No, Yellow Bomber's already piloting the ship that they're in, because it's his ship. And Yellow Bomber was just complaining about how spoiled this guy is. Okay.
He refers to him as driver, so I was like, did he just assign him as the driver of his own fighting robot?
No, I can see how you arrived at that. That's because you had forgotten that the ship that they're in is Yellow Bomber's ship, I think.
Yeah, because it's been 6 months since we watched an episode.
It's been 6 months since we watched it. That's why it's got a sexy lady bomber painted on the side of it.
That doesn't mean much to me. This show, this podcast really pushes the limits of my memory.
I know.
I don't have one, so.
No, I remembered that much. I did remember that Yellow Bomber had the ship. So he pays him to give him a first class seat, and that's why he gets that like comfy armchair on the ship to sit on. Yeah, the big
cushy one.
Yeah. And everybody else is crammed into what's supposed to be seats for 2 people. There's 3 of them. But yeah, now we've got almost the entire team together. They've got 6 of them. But the radar's not picking up the last guy.
It's never explained why in the show. Maybe in the manga it is, but they can't find the Black Bomber for some reason.
Yeah, I mean, like, it was very obvious to me that Black Bomber was going to be the last guy. Even last episode, that was clear to me.
It was heavily implied because they could, like, hear his thoughts through the power of friendship.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. I really love the designs of all of them, by the way. I just want to say that. I'm just looking at them right now. Gazing at these cute little guys.
This show must have been so easy to animate. They don't even have mouths.
I know, there's no lip sync. God, what a dream. Although I actually do like doing lip sync, so...
Half the time a scene is just like the camera panning out while everybody talks and nothing moves.
Yeah. That's probably why the show looks so good, though.
True.
Because this show looks really good. And like probably a lot of it is that they didn't have to worry about the lip sync, so they could spend more time on each shot making it look
Did you
nicer.
just say the lip stink?
I said lip sync, but you can hear
You
lip
said
stink
the
if
lip
you
stink.
I'll stink you.
We'll see it in post.
Yeah, we will. But everybody, that's the vote for this episode. That's the poll. Did I say sink or stink?
You said lip stink. Because you're a gas giant.
Anyway, so there's a fortress that's been built.
Yeah, the Dark Fortress.
Yeah, it's the Death Star of the Bomberman universe, clearly.
Yeah, but it's getting all the planets in one shot. It's lining them up and destroying them all in one fell swoop.
Yeah, it's got the penetrative bullets.
Yeah, hollow points.
It wants to get the I wanted to say double headshot, but that's just 2. How many planets are there?
Well, it depends who you ask.
That's true.
Depends on how you feel about Pluto.
How many planets were there?
9.
Are there 9? Wow.
Yeah.
I meant to look it up earlier because I was thinking like, why is it always 7? And I was like, are there 7 planets?
There are, but then there's more.
Ah, that's how that works.
Yeah. You could stop at counting 7, but you'd be wrong.
Yeah, wow. Oh my god. There's more in our solar system than I realized. Oh, it's because they're counting all the moons as well in this list. Okay. That makes sense.
How many planets did you think we had?
Well, this list has like 30 things in it.
Yeah,
Or more.
Jupiter alone has like 30 moons.
Yeah, well, that's why I was confused because I didn't realize it was all the moons. Anyway, so the Dark Fortress that the king has built is like between the Earth and the Moon. When what is it Green Bomber says? He says, when the planet energy circuit is connected to the fortress, it will become the ultimate weapon of the Nolark Empire. So they're gonna put it behind the sun, and they're gonna shoot all the planets when they align.
Yeah, blast a hole through space.
Yeah,
Seems a little bit extreme.
that's why they captured Dr. Grey Bomber in the previous episode. Though, I kind of feel like that comes to nothing.
Kinda, yeah.
Like, this is where White Bomber finds out that they've captured the Doctor. It's mentioned here, and then we briefly see him, but it doesn't matter. We don't see him again after that. We never see him freed.
Maybe it goes into more detail in the manga. Because
Maybe.
in the show that's condensed into 2 episodes, we're never really given a reason why it has to be Dr. Grey Bomber.
No. Oh, well, I guess he had the arc, whatever. They were trying to get the planet energy circuit out of his head because he had the plans for it in his mind.
Oh, okay.
But when we last saw him in the last episode, he was foiling them by, I guess, thinking about different things. Remember, they were looking at the screen trying to see the plans, and they were just seeing images of him seducing many women.
Vaguely. I really don't remember the first episode of this at all.
I do. I loved it. I haven't rewatched it, but I just remember. I remember we talked about like we talked about whether these were real things that had happened in his life or whether he was just imagining these things happening. Because in all of his memories, he's like really strong and buff, and all the women are falling over themselves to be with him.
Just like real life.
It could be. I don't know. Maybe that was his life. That was the question I had. Anyway, I guess they managed to get it out of his head because we see them. They've made the reactor thing, but it doesn't come up again. Did they rescue him?
His job is done.
Was Dr. Grey Bomber on the ship when they exploded it?
Isn't it implied somewhere at the end that they rescued him? Because like the whole conflict at the very end is that White Bomber does not want to fire on his own dad, but then Black Bomber is like, just believe in the marble. He's probably going to be fine.
That's true.
And then we find that Gold Bomber has survived.
That's true. Yeah, so I guess Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's because he really cared about Gold Bomber, and if he didn't care as much about Dr. Grey Bomber...
I'm only allowed to save one loved one, and I just love my dad a little bit more than you. Sorry. Just don't look at me. It's how the marble works, man.
By the way, wait, I just realized Mercury was like a resort planet.
Yeah. It's close to the sun, so it's nice and warm.
That's definitely the reasoning, now that you say it. But I'm thinking like Mercury should just be on fire.
Well, yeah.
Anyway, what is it? Is Neptune is where the base is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they go back to Neptune and they explain to Blue Bomber, I guess, that his technology sucks. And they talk about the plan. I guess they're just going to go ahead without the last emblem holder because they don't know where he is. They got no clues.
They don't have time to look for him. The planets are aligning.
Like, imagine, I was thinking about this watching it. Imagine you actually had to look for these people and they could be anywhere in the solar system.
It's like Mass Effect planet searching, except you have zero idea and you just have to fire a probe everywhere on every planet.
And they don't know that they're the holders of the emblem, and they won't know until you shake hands with them. You wouldn't get it done in 15 minutes like they did here.
Probably not.
It would take probably a lifetime, probably several lifetimes.
But what if everybody that was the magic marble holder died in that span of time?
Exactly. I just feel like it wouldn't be possible. You would never find the other emblems.
I'm sorry, are you telling me that without a MacGuffin, Bomberman Bakugaiden is not realistic?
Yeah, I'm questioning the realism.
Wow, okay.
Of only that specific thing and not the rest of it.
That's the implication, yeah.
Did you ever watch Frozen 2?
I never watched Frozen 1.
Oh, you should, it's good. Frozen 2 came out and this group of people on the internet got really angry because at one point, like a major plot point is the idea that because water has passed through like a bunch of different life forms, it like retains memories of those life forms, and you can and Elsa is able to like freeze the water and see memories of different things that the water has passed through.
Mm-hmm.
And like Olaf explains this, and there's this group of people who got really angry about it because apparently it's similar to like some real pseudoscience. And I was like, you realize they're not like actually promoting pseudoscience when they have their magical talking snowman explain this clear fantasy concept.
I don't know what you're talking about because I played Assassin's Creed and that's real life. You can stick a man on a table and probe around in his brain and find memories of when he was an assassin thousands of years ago and then live them.
People just find the wackiest things to get mad about, I swear. Anyway, I was just thinking about that the other day because I watched Frozen 2 again and I got to that scene and I was like, oh yeah, people were really angry about this. For no reason. He's a magic talking snowman.
Yeah.
Let him practice a little pseudoscience as a treat.
I feel like the breakdown of people that watch Disney, it's like 70% kids, 30% disconnected Disney adults that are just looking for something to get mad about.
Yeah, it's funny because there's definitely that group of people who really hate Disney movies, like just really hate Disney movies, but they watch every single one just looking for something to get mad at this one for.
Right, just hate watching.
Yeah. I'm like, you just go watch something else. It's fine. You don't have to watch this.
I understand hate watching to a point, but like anytime I've done it, it's a series that I've started in earnest and then discovered
That you
is
don't
not,
like. Yeah.
yeah, doesn't live up to the hype I've been fed. And then I'm like, well, I
Mhm.
can't stop now. It's so bad.
Yeah, yeah. And you've got to find out what happens.
Right.
I couldn't with the Monsters Inc. TV series, Monsters at Work. I have tried twice to watch that, and I think I've made it to episode 3 now, and I'm like, no, because they just did a second season of it. But it's so bad. And the problem is that it's aimed at a much younger audience. Because usually with like the Disney and the Pixar movies, because they're movies and they're going to theaters, they're basically just making the movie that they want to make, and they're not subject to any real kind of like oversight for like censorship or whatever.
Right.
So the audience for those movies is basically whoever wants to watch them. You know, it's going to be suitable for anybody, really. But when they're making this TV show, which is going on Disney Plus, there's a much clearer, like, this has to be aimed at small children who are being plopped in front of the TV by their negligent parents. But that means now you've got a workplace comedy aimed at people who've never been in the workplace.
I don't know what you're talking about. I have a coworker who's 5 years old. I thought that was just commonplace.
So, White Bomber mentions that Dark Bomber is an evil spirit possessing his father's body, which I don't think we knew.
Didn't we?
Didn't we?
I'm pretty sure they hinted at it in the first episode.
Yeah, but he just states it as a fact here. I was definitely under the impression that his dad just went crazy and evil.
No, I think they established in the first episode that he wasn't himself.
Okay. Well,
I mean, look at him. He's a different color.
Is that what happens when you get possessed?
Yeah.
Okay. What happens after that? They go to war. Is it just the war now? They just go off to war?
Basically, yeah. They're constructing a sky bomber fortress. They need to get all of the robot pieces together, and in the meantime, all of the bombers' men have to buy them some time.
That's right. And Dark Bomber and his guys are guarding the moon fortress. Cirrus and Pallas, I assumed, because they're his two, sidekicks. I don't think they had any lines in this episode.
No.
But I assumed they would have a bigger role in the manga, but I don't think they were in the manga. He did have two sidekicks in the manga, but I don't think it was them. I think it was someone else.
Well, they're here now.
They're here now, and he sends them off to like. He's gonna fight White Bomber while his sidekicks go and fight everybody else.
Yeah.
Essentially.
They can hold them off. It's fine.
Yeah, I do start to like the big robot designs a bit more once they've got the Bomberman eyes in the windshield.
Yeah, I like them with the Bomberman eyes, but like I can't get past the Bomberman marble.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be a problem if the Bomberman didn't also just have a marble. I'm like, it's just a big Bomberman.
Yeah.
It's just a big goofy Bomberman.
Well, I mean, with the toys, you literally just put your Bomberman inside the robot, I'm pretty sure.
That's true. That's true. And then you just shoot double marbles.
That was it, yeah. Yeah, I forgot about that part. Black Bomber's whole thing is that he just wants to get stronger. He's okay with the war happening because that's more opportunities for him to get stronger.
Yeah, it's a convenience for him.
Yeah, unlike... I mean, well, because he doesn't realize that his boss actually wants to destroy the world, and he doesn't seem to believe it.
I think he does a little bit. Like in the first episode, when his boss wants him to completely eradicate all of the cute little sea animals. Yeah.
Yeah, he did refuse to do that.
Yeah.
That's how we knew he was a good boy deep down.
That's how he knew he was the 7th Bomberman.
Yeah. The three ships that show up, I don't know if these were set up in any way. The like land fortress, sky fortress, and sea fortress.
They're set up in a way to connect them together into a giant fighting robot.
I mean, yeah. In that way, sure. But, like, were they mentioned before? Were they in the first episode? I don't remember.
They were mentioned earlier in this episode, because they were still constructing the Sky Fortress.
I wonder if they're actual toys that you could get.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Let's have a look and see if I can find anything. Sky Bomber Fortress. Looks like it's just in the show, the manga, and the video game based on the show and manga.
And that's a missed opportunity.
Yeah. Oh no! Wait, no! I found toys. Yep. Okay, there's toys. And they were combinable. Okay, so this was just tie-in marketing, essentially.
Can you stick your Bombermen in it?
I think they look like they're probably too small for that.
Then what's even the point?
Yeah, I don't know. Here they are, uncombined.
The Landmaster, the R-Wing, the... forget what the water one's called.
Oh yeah, what is that called? The Blue Marine.
That's right.
Yeah, it is funny how one of them actually, like, turns into a pair of feet. Like, it actually splits apart into two separate feet.
Yeah.
So that's cool. All right. So that's just toy promotion. That's why that's here.
It's here to save the universe.
All right, but it doesn't.
Yeah, they all get in the big fighting robot together. And then use the fighting robot power to blast the laser beam away.
Okay. All right.
It's literally what combines them and all of their powers together.
Yeah, I guess it is the Megazord, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is where Dark Bomber is in position and he's about to fire. He's getting ready. When the combined Bomber Fortress shows up.
This is the part where we learn that the spirit possessing Dark Bomber is named Dark Mother.
Yeah, I forgot
her.
that. Yeah.
She's iconic.
Also, I don't know. I don't know because it definitely says Dark Mother in English. But according to, like, all the wiki articles and everything, the name of the evil spirit is actually Kote.
That's not my headcanon.
No, me neither. But I don't know, because apparently this is the villain of all of the Bakugaiden series.
Dark Mother.
This villain had already appeared in Bakugaiden 2 and will continue being the villain in Bakugaiden 4. That's the one connecting thread between all of these Bakugaiden stories, is that's the villain. So Dark Mother has arrived from another dimension to destroy everything.
Right, which explains why it's so extreme, because Dark Mother's not from here. Dark Mother only wants destruction.
Yeah. Dark Mother does not care about this.
No.
Does Dark Mother want to go home? Unclear.
Dark Mother just really wants to blast some magma balls at the Shining Bomber Fortress.
Yeah. But who shows up and helps that we knew was going to do that?
The bird from Jupiter.
No, it's Black Bomber.
Oh.
Yeah, you didn't know, but now you do. I figured it out.
I couldn't have known. Nobody could have known.
I did, I knew.
You're lying.
I figured it out.
You're lying so you look cool on the internet.
I don't look cool on the internet.
That's why you're trying.
So, they're all in their Megazord now. And I've got the image up so we can see exactly which bomber is controlling which part. Nobody's in the head.
Nobody?
I mean, I think they're all sitting in the head, but their emblems all show up on a different body part.
Oh, I didn't take that to mean a precise location.
No, but I like the idea because half of those body parts do have windows. I was very curious because these are all lights. They're using like a light show to show where each bomber is. And these are the early days of animation, which means to make those glow, what they had to do was actually cut a hole in the animation cell and then shine a light from behind it, which I love. That was the way you had to do it before computers. But I was wondering what they would do for the black one, because you can't make black light. It doesn't work that way. But his emblem is just white as well. There's just two white emblems on there.
fine.
It's fine.
Just shows that they're two sides of the same coin.
Yeah. I love that the green emblem is just a big 4.
None of the emblems really make sense. Oh, I get. Wait, hold on. I need to see a good still image of those. Because I just had a thought. Oh no, that doesn't make sense.
What was your thought?
That it was like the planet symbols, but that's not what these are at all.
Oh. No, they're just funny shapes.
Yeah.
White Bomber's symbol is almost a cross, like a holy cross.
Yellow Bomber's is just electricity.
Yeah. But I don't think their powers are elemental, are they? Maybe they are.
I feel like they aren't, but Yellow Bomber's is for some reason. Like, I feel like I saw him using electricity at some point.
Maybe in the last episode. Wait, who is the pink one?
We haven't met her yet.
No, but one of these emblems on this picture I'm looking at is pink.
We haven't met her yet.
There shouldn't be a pink one. There's no light blue one. There's a pink one instead of a light blue one.
And maybe there's a pink one instead of a light blue one in the city as opposed to the kingdom.
Maybe Light Blue Bomber isn't telling us something. Maybe he's actually Pink Bomber, but he wears a light blue hood.
Because I've definitely seen pictures of a pink bomber before.
Oh,
She's
yeah,
real.
There is a pink bomber. I don't know if she's in this show, but there is one. But she's usually the girl one, and they've used Red Bomber as the girl one in this show.
Yeah. You can have 2 girls in one show, Mike.
I know,
I
but
know it's
usually,
a revolutionary idea.
Listen to me for a moment. Usually the Red Bomber is the angry, gruff male one, and the Pink Bomber is the girl one. Or the red one is the girl one, and there is no pink one.
Wow, I can't believe they didn't follow the same formula that people have been using for a million years.
But they did. But they did.
But they have a pink one and a red girl one.
Is there a pink one in this show?
There's a pink one. I don't know if she's in the show.
That rhymed. She's not here in the robot, but her emblem is.
A recurring character in Bomberman B-Daman Bakugaiden IV.
Pink Bomber?
Yeah.
Okay.
With some appearances throughout the series, and is voiced by Hiroko Konishi in the Japanese anime. Debut episode 13.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, here she is in the minor characters section. Lives with her father, Rich Bomber. That's not a color. I kind of love Dark Mother as a villain.
Yeah, Dark Mother's great.
Just a creepy eye.
I mean, that we know. We don't know what their true form is. They're crawled up inside Gold Bomber.
I'm pretty sure it's just a creepy eye, like Black Doom. Wait, Black Doom's not a creepy eye. He just becomes one sometimes.
What's the creepy eye from Kirby?
Dark Matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Similar. I love Dark Matter. They should use Dark Matter more. Dark Matter's the most recurring Kirby villain besides DDD, who's not really a villain anymore, so.
DDD was never a villain. Just a friend in disguise.
He was just a friend we hadn't made yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I struggle to think of DDD as a villain. Even in the show where he's more villainous, he's still, like, clearly more of a big oaf.
A tyrant king.
I feel the same way about Bowser. Like, I have a hard time thinking of Bowser as, like, a serious villain. Because
Bowser's
he's so
not a
friend-shaped.
Because they invite him to all their sporting events.
Yeah. Yeah, he just, like, picks on them a little bit, but then they play tennis afterwards, so it's fine. Did you play N64 Mario Tennis?
I did, yeah.
Do you remember the opening cutscene when Bowser shows up?
Nope.
Oh, he shows up and everything gets real dark and he has a boo with him. And everyone's like, oh no! And they're all worried and it plays like the scary Bowser music from Mario 64. But then things lighten up and he pulls out a tennis racket and does like a playful swipe with it. And everyone's like, oh, he just wants to play tennis. It's great. I love it. And the boo that he brought also has a tennis racket.
Yeah, you can't show up without your best bud.
This is my doubles partner.
I figure no one else wants to play with me.
Yeah, now he just brings his son, but he didn't have his son yet, so...
That's the entire reason that he had a son, so he could have someone to play sports with. Against the Mario Brothers.
Yeah, he just, searched for a willing female in the Koopa, in the Koopa tribe. It's like, listen, I don't want a relationship, I just want a son. I'm already in love with someone else, and I'm pretty sure that's gonna work out.
It's getting pretty serious. But we're not of the same species. She can't bear my son.
But I will tell him that she's the mother.
I hope you don't mind having no part in his life.
And there's probably, we know that people over in the Dark World or whatever do love and revere Bowser, so there's probably someone among his subjects who would be like, oh my god, yes!
Easily.
I get one night with the king?
Yeah, that's the most plausible part of that story.
Yeah. Okay, Kamek, I need you to age this baby up.
I don't got time to wait 10 years. I need a doubles partner tomorrow afternoon.
You got magic for that, right?
Can you also teach him how to drive?
Yeah, Kamek is the one that raised Bowser, so he probably raised Junior somewhat as well. Bowser's been more involved in Junior's life than his parents were in his, though. Unless Kamek is his dad.
Could be.
Could be, we don't know different. Anyway, Bomberman. We're at the part where White Bomber is, he's gonna pull the trigger.
Oh no, but he's so conflicted.
He's very conflicted. I love that Dark Mother is like, do it, coward!
You can't fire at your old man, can you?
Shoot your dad!
See if I care.
And everyone else as well, everyone in Bomberman's ship is just like, come on, do it!
If he didn't, the entire solar system would be destroyed. And then they'd just be left with a possessed father.
Yeah, I guess they're... I think they're in the path of it as well. So literally everything would be destroyed except his dad. It's like, do you want to save your dad or do you want to save everything except your dad?
Tough choice.
I did kind of think, I was partly expecting Black Bomber to just do it. Because he says he's gonna at one point.
Yeah, just reach over the console and fire.
Yeah, just shove White Bomber aside.
I would've.
But White Bomber eventually does it. And I liked the way they shot it. Because when he pulls the trigger, it's just silent.
And tears are streaming out of his face.
Yeah, there's no sound effect there. And I think that a cut to silence is really good for an emotional scene. I didn't find this scene particularly emotional.
No.
But that's mostly just because we've rushed through the story so much to get here, I think. But if it were more emotional, this would have been a really good way to do it.
Instead, we just get to believe in the heart of the cards and blast away.
Yeah, but it doesn't even... Here's the thing, they all talk like they won, and they did it, and they killed the... I mean, I guess they did. They stopped him from firing the thingy, and they saved all the planets. But they act like they've defeated the evil, even though the evil, after being blasted, announces that he's gonna come back and take his revenge.
But they've stopped the imminent plot.
They've did.
Temporarily defeated the evil.
Yeah, for now.
But now the evil doesn't have a vessel or a plan, so...
For now.
So? Why are you trying to undercut their accomplishment?
You're right. They don't have to worry about it. We've already established, I guess, that this is for their ancestors to deal with, so... Oh, their descendants, I mean. But they rush in to check on Father. Is he dead? Is he alive?
We'll never know.
He's fine. He's fine. This is the first time we actually really get to see what he looks like properly, I think.
I love that he wakes up and it's like the past however long never happened. He's like, oh, weren't you supposed to be training, White Bomber?
Yeah, because the series opened with him returning from his training. So this is to establish that he has been out of it this entire time.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least that's what he wants us to think.
Gold Bomber was the villain all along.
But yeah, because I remember when he first showed up, they called him Gold Bomber, and I was like, this guy's purple.
I don't know about that.
But now he's gold again, because the 7 heroes have saved the blue solar system. Apparently that's what it's called. It's not called... Wait, does our solar system have a name? I guess it's just the solar system.
The Sol system?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, because solar literally refers to our sun specifically, doesn't it?
I believe so.
Not suns in general. So Black Bomber leaves. He goes off on his own training adventures. And all the rest become, I guess, the entourage of White Bomber. As he seemingly immediately becomes the new king.
Yeah, even though Gold Bomber's still alive and well.
Yeah, I guess he's just like, well, that was more than I wanted to deal with in my lifetime.
That's embarrassing. No coming back from that one.
Well, son, I've been cancelled.
Daddy's been cancelled and you're gonna have to be the new king.
Turns out, when you get possessed by an evil spirit and do a bunch of evil things, people aren't willing to forgive you.
People don't really like genocide.
They don't really believe you when you explain it.
Especially when they've blasted the evil out of the galaxy and you have no one to point your finger at.
Listen, that whole time I was wearing the purple onesie, I was possessed, I swear.
You didn't see the eyeball, but it was there.
I love that they've given White Bomber a mustache.
That's part of the uniform of King.
Yeah, it establishes that it's not real because Yellow Bomber knocks it off in one of the ending screens. Oh, look, Dr. Grey Bomber's there. Okay, they did save him.
I told you.
Yeah, you're right. Well, that's the end of the story. Yellow Bomber punched off White Bomber's fake mustache, but he stayed the king anyway.
Despite that.
Despite that. And then we go to what I guess is the modern day. And again, like, we come back to the old man who's telling the story, who's been the framing device for both these episodes. And the way he talks about the story he's telling, he makes it sound like it should be like a King Arthur old-timey knights thing, you know?
Yeah.
He talks about how it's a city now, but back then it was called a kingdom. But then it's like a space thing, and there's really nothing Arthurian about it.
You can have a sci-fi retelling.
Yeah, you can.
It doesn't always have to be the same setting every single time.
I know, it's just weird that it's like, oh, now it's a city, but it used to be a kingdom. Also, we were in space. Back in my day, we were in space!
You kids are too complacent on your Earth.
Because I don't think the rest of this show is really about space. I don't think they really go to space again.
Well, because nobody's trying to blow up space.
I guess so. It just feels like they went backwards. But anyway, White Bomber shows up and interrupts the old man. I am assuming, I'm sure we'll find out more clearly in the next episode. I'm assuming this is like a descendant of the White Bomber that we've been observing up until now.
Right, because he looks identical.
He looks
sounds
identical, yeah. He has the same name. So it isn't made super clear, but I think I read that the main bulk of the story takes place 1,000 years after these first 2 episodes.
That's why they have the framing device of kingdom to city, to let us know that a great deal of time has passed.
Yeah. So they'll make it clearer, I'm sure. He's got his little bird sidekick now, Kazemaru. His what do they call it? His Bidaran. I love the bird, by the way. I really love the design of it.
I knew you would.
Just from seeing it.
Yeah. Had a stink about it that I knew you would find particularly interesting.
Yeah, you know what I like. Well, that's the end.
That's the end.
That's the end. I enjoyed it, but I'm looking forward to seeing what I assume will be the less rushed rest of the episodes.
Yeah, I need to see what this show actually is.
Yeah. Once it's actually in its stride.
Right. Once we're in the current day.
I did really like these first 2 episodes. And a lot of that, I think, just comes down to that I really like looking at Bomberman. Like I always have. I just find them really pleasing designs to look at.
Don't know anything about the story, but man, did I look at some Bombermen.
That's how I feel about every Bomberman game I've ever played.
That's true. They tack on some wild stories to those.
Yeah. Bomberman 64 is still, to this day, the main Bomberman game that I've played.
And it's a complete mystery.
Yeah. Do you remember what the plot was?
Not at all.
I remember there was that, like, armor guy. Oh, what was his name? He had armor and it would, like, fold into, like, a jet and then he could fly around.
Yeah, I remember him.
He was gold, I think. Oh, what was his name? His name was, like, something spacey, I feel like. Was it Sirius? I think his name was Sirius. And, like, later on in the game, I think you fight him.
I was, like, 10 when I was playing that game, so...
I never got past the boss of the Black Fortress. So I
don't even remember what that is.
The Black Fortress was like the final regular stage, and then I'm pretty sure there's another stage you unlock after you beat it, but I never beat it, so...
That game is hard.
It was really hard. I should play it again. I should try and actually finish it on stream, probably. But yeah, like, for most of the game, I didn't really know what was going on, but I just loved looking at the character designs.
I just love trying to find all of the clothes.
Yes! I was... did you have a memory pack?
Yeah.
I didn't, so I could never actually, like, save my Bomberman.
That stinks.
I know, so I could find all the clothes and I could look at them, but I could never actually use my clothes in the multiplayer mode. I don't know why it required a memory pack to do it.
I don't know. You couldn't be Kitty Cat Bomberman.
I think they were just desperate to find uses for the memory pack.
Probably.
Because the only 2 things that I'm aware of that the memory pack did were that and saving Mario Kart Ghosts. I don't know if there's anything else they ever did. That's why I never had one, because it never seemed worth it. So yeah, I mean, this is like my favorite era of anime. This like late 90s look is all my favorite animes were made around this time, so.
Yeah.
Cowboy Bebop, Digimon Adventure, a third one.
Good job.
I don't know.
This is your favorite show now?
It's one of them, maybe.
See 2 episodes?
Yeah. Did you watch the episode preview?
Yeah.
Me too. It didn't really tell us anything, did it?
No.
About what was going to happen. But at least we know that some of the same characters are in it.
Who would have thunk it? And they look exactly the same as they did 1,000 years ago.
Yep. Yellow Bomber's there. I didn't take in what Yellow Bomber's animal is, if it showed it.
It's like a donkey with sunglasses and a mohawk.
Is it? Okay. I feel like I would have noticed that. Thanks for joining us, everybody. I don't know how long that extended rant was, but it's definitely going to be cut from the episode.
Yeah, there's no way that can survive. That was nonsense.
That was nonsense. But if you want to hear it, head to patreon.com/superbreakfastfriendsclub, where it will end up.
The graveyard of content.
Or if you just want to support us in general, you can go there too. Because we are saving up money to try and commission subtitles for some shows that never got subtitles. So we can't watch them until someone subtitles them for us.
Until we pay for the privilege.
Yeah, it's a real issue. But hey, thank you to our current patrons. Jamie Core and Mark Kelly.
Thanks, friends. You're the realist.
You're inching us ever closer to our goal of watching Beautiful Joe.
Someday.
We want to watch more Beautiful Joe, and we want to watch more Twinbee.
Yeah.
Because we've already watched the only one of those that I could find subtitled as well. I want to get subtitles for the rest of them.
I really liked Twinbee. I want to watch more.
Yeah, me too. Just need those subs so we can understand it. You can also support us on coffee.com/superbreakfastfriendsclub. Did I say it was patreon.com/superbreakfastfriendsclub, or did I just say Patreon?
I don't remember.
Well, now you know where it is. You can find us. We're Super Breakfast Friends Club. That's the name of our show. That's the
In case you were wondering.
It's the name of our mission.
Our mission?
Yeah. Our mission to watch all the cartoons.
We're not doing very well, are we?
No!
We just added another one this week.
You did?
Yeah. You're welcome.
Where did that come from? Why did you think of that?
I was watching a YouTube video. There's a channel I like, Dungeon Chill. He goes through like older games and does pretty thorough breakdowns of them. And so I was watching the one about Galarians.
Okay, that's exactly where I assumed it came from. Because it was just, for context, it was just like the middle of a work day. and Mel just suddenly texts me, "Is Galarians on the list?" And I'm like, I don't even know what that is.
I need something to watch while I'm eating my lunch. And so I like watching videos about games I'll never play, like Galarians.
Well, it's on the list now.
Oh boy.
What else? Is there anything else? I'm Skull Pirate Mike. Come and find me online on the internet. You may know me from my 7 or 8 year old Markiplier animation that's suddenly popping off on YouTube for some reason.
The algorithm picked it up.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, but suddenly I've got like comments every day, and I'm getting a flood of subscribers who I'm sure are very disappointed that I'm not doing any more animations.
That you haven't contributed to that in like 5 years.
Yeah, no, I still upload some stream VODs to there, but that's it. So if they're there for animations, I'm sorry. I'll do some more animation at some point, but in the meantime, come check out other things I do, please. I'm doing them.
When did we decide that the term was VOD when vid is just as acceptable?
Because it stands for video on demand.
I know what it stands for, but how is the fact that it's on demand any different than anything else on the internet?
It's because it would normally be live in its usual form. But then later, if you're watching it when it's not live, you're watching the on-demand version, I guess.
It feels like a silly way to distinguish it when it will never be live again.
I do prefer to call it an archive, like a stream archive, but VOD has just kind of become... VOD has become the parlance to the point where I was confused that you brought it up because I didn't remember saying that. So, that's where I'm at.
I don't deal with live streams of anything, but I've come across VOD all the time. I'm like, it's one letter away from something that already exists and is the same thing. same but different.
I guess.
I understand that it stands for something, but like, it's just a video.
Vid still has like a futuristic connotation in my mind, and I don't know why, because it shouldn't.
No, because it's 2024.
Yeah, but like think about all those like old future, like things about the future made decades ago where they would be like, did you see the new vid? I feel like they used the word vid in Mass Effect.
They might have. It's been a while since I played it.
Where they're just like, oh yeah, I was watching holo vids. I think that's what they say.
But it's the holo that makes it futuristic, not the vid.
Maybe. I was watching a holo VHS. Bye! I love that. I want to make like a retro future thing, and I want to use hollow VHS.